Today, let's talk about something that affects each of us, our habits. Gautam Buddha, whose teachings I deeply admire, reminds us that to conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others. This wisdom is incredibly relevant because our habits, both good and bad, are the foundation of the person we become. I have experienced this firsthand. There have been times when my own bad habits, like procrastination or overthinking, held me back. I felt stuck, like a bird in a cage of my own making. But the more I explored Buddha's teaching, the more I realized I had the power to break free. Buddha taught that change begins within, and I want to share how his wisdom can help us all to remove the bad habits that keeps us from living our fullest lives. Buddha's life itself is a testament to transformation. Born into royalty, he lived in luxury but felt restless, trapped by indulgence and ignorance. He abandoned his comforts to seek truth, eventually attaining enlightenment. His journey proves that even deep seated patterns can be unlearned with awareness and discipline. If someone like Buddha could radically transform his life, so can we. But why should we even bother to remove bad habits? Think about it. Bad habits are like parasites. They drain your energy and time, leaving less for things that truly matter. For example, if you have the habit of comparing yourself to others, something I have struggled with, it steals your confidence and peace of mind. Or take procrastination. It creates stress and pushes success further out of reach. Science supports this too. Studies shows that habits shape over 40% of our daily behavior. That is nearly half of our life on autopilot. Imagine how much happier and more productive we could be if we replace bad habits with positive ones. But here is the challenge: habits don't disappear overnight. Buddha said, every day is a new beginning. This reminds us that transformation is a journey, not an instant miracle. You won't fix everything in a day, but consistent, small steps will create profound change over time. Let's be honest. Bad habits don't just hold us back, they make us feel stuck, powerless, and even ashamed. I know what it feels like to want to change but doubt if it's possible. But here is the comforting part. Buddhas believed in Ananta, the idea that our true selves are not fixed. We are not defined by our bad habits. This means every day, every moment, we can choose to be better. Let me share a personal moment of struggle. There was a time when I felt unworthy because I was comparing myself to others who seemed more successful or confident. This habit of comparison drained my energy and made me question my path. But Buddha's teachings helped me shift my mindset. He said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. I realized that by feeding my mind with positivity, gratitude, and focus, I could break free from the cycle of comparison. Now, let's talk about practical steps to remove bad habits. inspired by Buddha's wisdom. First, cultivate mindfulness. Buddha emphasized that awareness is the key to change. Next time you find yourself falling into a bad habit, pause, acknowledge it without judgment. For example, if you are procrastinating, don't criticize yourself. Instead, gently ask, why am I avoiding this? Second, replace the habit. Buddha didn't teach us to fight against negativity. He taught us to replace it with positivity. If you are tempted by unhealthy food, try reaching for the fruits instead. If you feel anger rising, practice a movement of calm breathing. Over time, these replacements become second nature. Third, lean on the power of perseverance. Buddha said, drop by drop, the water pot is filled. Small, consistent efforts matter more than dramatic and unsustainable changes. And finally, surround yourself with supportive people. In Buddha's teachings, the Sangha, the community, is the vital for growth. Share your goals with those who inspire and uplift you. Their encouragements will help you to stay on track. To conclude, removing bad habits is one of the most empowering things we can do for ourselves. It won't be easy, but the teachings remind us that the path to freedom lies within. Start small, stay consistent, and above all, believe in your capacity to change. I will leave you with this thought. Imagine who you could become without the weight of your bad habits. Imagine the freedom, joy, and the success that await. That future is not out of reach. It's start today with the first step you take toward transformation.